Hey guys, welcome to new video. So today we'll take a look at another game in Armies of Exigo, and it will be a matchup between me and Soulskeeper on the map Eclipse. So let's take a look on it. I spawned in the top right corner with the green beast, and we have Soulskeeper in the bottom left corner with the yellow empire. This game should be already played on the current patch, which should be 1.4.206. I think the previous games I showed you in the last few videos were 0.5. So yeah, Empire in this patch should have once again a little bit cheaper disciples, at the same time a little bit nerfed resurrection in terms of the HP, which doesn't influence units like pikemen, swordsmen or elf rangers that much, or casters, but is definitely potent for knights, at least in the early end game. But yeah, let's take a look on this. He's building a front base, farm and barracks, trying to protect it here, prepare it for expansion. I'm just gathering lots of extra resources. For now, playing really risky, and looks like, we are not going for expansion immediately, even though it almost looked like I might be doing that. But we just get the extra resources. Now we go for arena and stables. And I also didn't send any early scout there into his base, so I will probably send the minion from the stables there. As you can see, I already have a rally point there with a shift click. And then this guy will probably build the totem. But he's already scouting me with a peasant, so we have to be really prepared. If I would go for immediate expansion, he could probably rush me. So good thing that we didn't. He's also making a tower, so definitely trying to prepare for an expansion. He found my minion, he's following him for now. I think he will turn around, yeah. No point in doing that, yeah, he did. But we slowed him down for a second at least, giving me time to at least finish the arena and get a Boron here. And yeah, it was a hold position probably, but not perfectly positioned, so he was still able to get around me and get into the base. So he knows I don't have expansion yet, but I'm making a totem. He knows about everything, and once we get him out, I will hopefully block this. His tower is not finished yet. I'm in the upgrade, but he has one swordsman already. The important thing for me is that I can get here. He had a really wide opening here, yeah, so I could easily get there and get out before he finishes the tower. And we know he doesn't have an expansion yet, but we know that he has a tower, so we know that he's going for the expansion. He just didn't make it yet, or just playing defensively overall. But if he wouldn't be doing this, he would go for most likely double barracks and no tower. I rather checked it one more time, even though it will cost me the minion, but I guess it's not that bad. Tried to hide here, but didn't really work. Or I mean, for now it's working, but of course he will eventually go there. He probably thought I'm tower rushing him or something. Fortunately I started the expansion a little bit faster, plus we have 10 seconds faster build time, so we should have it definitely earlier. He's getting tier 2 now already. Should have it pretty soon, so we can get quick Phoenix. But he doesn't have Elven Sanctuary yet, so not a problem. And he has only one unit, yeah, so if I would want to, I could actually make another base now, because I have the wood for it. And maybe I'm actually going for it, or just preparing a totem, not sure. But we can definitely do that. I also don't have any units, but I'm also playing against Soulskeeper, so I know he won't be too aggressive, and I can really easily do whatever I want here. He's going with a swordsman somewhere, potentially for some scouting. The thing is that I'm actually going into the corner here, which is a really nice power move. I think I did this in one game before against Suvak, but that wasn't the third base, that was the second base actually. And I delayed this one, and it was with Empire, I believe. Or maybe Beast as well, not sure right now. But yeah, in this game I did it as a third base, even though we didn't even finish the second one yet. And yeah, as we saw, this worked even against Suvak, so this will work against 99% of players. No one will scout this early on every single base on the map and go all the way here into the corner. So I'm not saying do this every single time on this map. You can of course try to find equal alternatives on other maps and maybe change it up a little bit sometimes. So maybe I could build like here, or maybe even in the middle, but it's really dangerous. But overall you can sometimes try these secret bases, and it can help you quite a lot win few games, because often you get into a situation where of course you fall behind a little bit because you invest into another base, but the opponent just thinks he gets hyped up, he thinks he's better because he's pushing you back, because he has of course a little bit more units at that time, and he thinks he's pushing you 2 bases against 2 and he is winning. and then he maybe gets a third base and he thinks he's ahead in economy, while in reality you already have a third base and you are just accumulating more economy over time, and then you have a huge power spike once you actually get the resources from it, and you just fully push him back and destroy him before he can even get any value from the third base, or you get into a situation where you start fighting 3 against 3 bases, but you already had the third base for like 5 more minutes, so it's a huge advantage. Of course, I have to make sure that he is not expanding himself somewhere, so I have a Harpy pretty early on, checking it here. He even got a Phoenix. He could pretty easily check all the bases, but once again, almost no one will go here. I should be producing minions here, by the way, but that's another story. So of course, if I would see a base here, or somewhere from him, getting third base as well, then I would also have to get another one. But I still have 1 extra here, so it doesn't really matter how many bases he gets. I just have to keep up with him making the same amount of bases, because we already have 1 extra. He checked this, he's happy, I don't have expansion. He's 13 population ahead. He will now check my main. He sees Harpy Nest, Weapon Master. He maybe saw the Harpy already, so Harpy Nest is not any new information for him. I even brought 2 minions here, which is kinda dangerous. If you would have any scout here, he could see them and kinda figure out that I could have a secret expansion somewhere. But I just wanted to saturate it a little bit faster, so... Actually, no. I'm really greedy. I'm going for 2nd secret expansion. Okay, that's a next level greediness. Of course, if you would see me like here, I could just change the path from going to the corner to go here, and he wouldn't suspect anything, so just always adapt to the situation. As you can see, already has 3 Dryads, 1 Priest, trying to really add the Dryads there. Actually, he's trying to get bears, so just enchants. But also 4 barracks, really going all in from the 2 bases on tier 2. Even though no upgrades for his units yet. I don't know if I saw it, but we definitely need to prepare for that. Fortunately, I'm getting secondary nice stables and also bestiary, so we'll be able to get trolls. Because obviously, Soulskeeper, what he will do basically always is just try to tower rush you and then make no workshop behind it and produce catapults to siege you down. But once again, he thinks he's 2 bases against 2 because he scouted with his Phoenix here and saw that I have no expansion there. I don't know if he checked this, maybe. But he's convinced he's 2 against 2 bases, while he's soon gonna be 2 against 4. And I have extra gems here as well, which is extremely powerful, of course. Not as good for beast, but still decent, especially if we can get some more trolls there or even warlocks. So yeah, even getting 2nd bestiary. Producing my troll already. While he's getting the catapult, so we should have our siege units basically at the same time. I'm even getting 3rd barracks, so really going on it really quickly. He's still 20 population ahead, but I have already 3 bases fully working and 4th one fully working on gems, and now getting some extra gold there as well, so I basically cannot run out of gems, and I should have decent amount of gold pretty much really soon. So yeah, I really quickly just brought out the troll because of course I scouted him with the Harpy. He doesn't have any anti-air, so he cannot do anything. He could just enchant it, but it doesn't do anything. Now he made a catapult, but I just confuse it, bring out 2 trolls, now bring the rest of the army. I made multiple Harpies, got the confusion there, and that's really powerful because now the siege fight isn't really a fight anymore. I can just easily push him back. Of course he has the Dryads. If he would be really ambitious, he could just go in, enchant these 2 trolls before I kill the catapult and just swarm me. At the same time I have really strong choke point here with a tower, and all of the swordsmen would probably just die there, so probably wouldn't be a solution either. But he is actually not going for enchants, he's gonna summon bears. Fortunately I still see it thanks to the Harpies and everything. So we saw that, we pull back into the choke point, not fully, so he's still kinda surrounding me here, but only a little bit. And the main thing is that we have a totem here that actually deals summon damage, and of course all bears are summoned units, so they can just take extra damage from the tower, plus they are still taking harm damage as well, so that's enough. We splash down everything, pretty free kills, and as you can see now we are already 15 population ahead. He finally got a 3rd base as well, but I already have a 4th one. Just need to saturate it a little bit more because now we lost some Borons and we don't have population. But I'm also getting Lizard's Fortress now, plus we have a Revive Altar, so maybe I already have Superior Boomerang. Not yet, okay, but we can get it if we want to. And also getting Mouth of Hell potentially for some Rains of Fire or even Demons. 2 more stables, Lizard Keep, we even have a Henge here. Destroy this front base, and now it's really just pretty straightforward. This still needs a little bit more saturation, but I can even use this base for it, as you can see, I redistributing a little bit. Still only 3 harpies, but we can increase that pretty soon, and now I actually went for some ogres to make it even more interesting. Plus we are getting extra attack speed for both trolls and ogres, so with the ferocity upgrade. That's a really good upgrade. Always get that first when you have henge. Unless you have it for like Manticore Riders upgrades. He's getting another gnome workshop here, he still wants to push me with the catapults. But not really working for him. I mean, I could potentially push him, but I mean, he sees I'm playing kinda defensible, so he killed multiple Borons, so he knows I'm kinda locked on population. But he's just... it's too big of a tunnel vision here. Just continuously try to push with the bears here into a choke point that he wouldn't push even if he would have like 10 times more bears, yeah. This is unpushable for him. And he still keeps trying, even though I kinda locked my ogres here. But it doesn't really do much, so it's just 3 kills for me. What he should have done after he did the first push, he should have pulled back, made 2 more expansions and play from there, but obviously he doesn't know that I have 2 more bases, so the first thing he needs to do is more scouting with the Phoenix, of course. And also spread some more Eyes of the Forest. Yeah, he has like 10 Dryads and no Eyes of the Forest on the map. But now he saw ogres, so obviously his response will be pikemen, yeah. Elf Rangers are definitely not the answer to trolls and ogres. I have so many production buildings here. 4 bestiaries. Like 5 stables or something. Actually he destroyed now 1. And like so many arenas as well. Lizard's Fortress, only 1? Okay. I finally go for this base, so now he thinks I'm going for the third base, but I mean, this should be really obvious to him that I can't afford all of this from 2 bases, yeah. You can't make ogres, trolls, and so many goblins and barons just from 2 bases. So this should be pretty obvious. You need to be always able to estimate a little bit the worth of the enemy army and what you need to get that. From that you can kinda guess the enemy situation if you didn't have enough scouting yet. So now he finally comes here with the Phoenix. And he sees, yeah, 1 base here. He probably doesn't even think that I could also have this one. And now he sees I'm building this. So now he thinks I'm probably on 3 getting a 4th one, but he doesn't know when I got this. He's getting the 4th one himself now. Even though I'm of course getting 5th one in reality actually. Slow catapults, so that's a 3 kills for me. I'm still 30 population ahead. Pushing him pretty nicely. He spawned bears. I don't have warlocks yet. Once I will have warlocks I can just kill all the bears pretty quickly with abduction. Until then I have to splash them down manually. But I also started making some warriors now. Trying to pull away from the Borons, I mean Boron Riders, so we don't constantly lose the Borons, and if I want to use Borons for fight, then I would rather use them for healing. With the sacrifice from my witches. So as you can see, mostly witches, ogres, Borons, maybe some warriors. He actually left half of his army there. Plus another half here. Probably lost, I mean didn't put their rally point. Or they got stuck there, but he can utilize garrison to get them out. That's not that big of a problem. We go for this base, not even any towers, so that's a free kill. Like 6 ogres here, that's nice. And we even got Berserker upgrade, so that's another advantage of getting ogres quickly, because you can get, thanks to the henge, the Berserker upgrade. Here I don't have rally point, but at least they won't die. We are getting the Rain of Fire. We probably have Poison Folk already, just need to get the Warlocks there actually, not just upgrades. Ogres also should get more upgrades, and trolls, they have 0-0, only the attack speed buff. Berserkers are 2-0, same for goblins. My opponent is 1-1 and 0-0 on melee units. Of course when he has so many pikemen I have to pull back, but yeah, I mean I made ogres, kinda forced him to make pikemen, and then I make berserkers that counter them, so that's pretty easy. But even the ogres, yeah, they don't really care about pikemen. It's not like knights who really take no damage. They still take lots of damage, but they have such a high damage that they can kill the pikemen pretty quickly. Basically 3 hits and they are dead, and with the ferocious upgrade that increases their attack speed, it's really quick for them to kill the units. He still has these units here. I even made a demon. but doesn't have much mana. Of course, the newest patch, they have actually 500 mana with black magic, so if you actually get the full mana there, that can be really good. You can spawn multiple rifts or just multiple hellfires with the Unleash Doom ability, or just teleport around the map, do some harassment. And then you also have the unsummon ability, of course. Maybe he will try one more bear spawn. I don't know, I really didn't make any warlocks, even though I got so many upgrades for them. Now finally making some, but a little bit too late. It is one ogre on like 70 HP. Fortunately, peasants are not something that could kill him. And they are also really strong against towers, because they take only half damage from pierce, so especially against empire bases they can just... One ogre can walk into a base of this, 4 towers, and he will destroy it all, together with all the villagers. And he will still be quite healthy after that, so extremely powerful for harassment as well. And even against fallen towers, yeah, it's lightning, so full damage, but ogre can deal with that pretty quickly. Yeah, beast as well. A really good harassment unit. Knights as well, of course. Both of these strong, big melee units. So yeah, bears, of course, won't do much here. Even enchanted my demon. Funny. And yeah, eventually he calls it GG. Some of my warlocks finally joined as well. Maybe one more poison fog to end it with. And yeah, he left. Even Rain of Fire, but didn't get any kills anymore. So I won 76 population in the end. Like 6 bases, sorry, 5. One already drained. But I was getting a 6th one down here. 22 minutes, 184 kills, 53 losses, experience, researches. Yeah, researches, we got like 10k more gold. Almost double gems. Wood also really good. So I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe you learned something in terms of secret expansions and how to utilize them. And I will see you in the next one, so take care guys.